Salute to the game. Battle rap is life. Battle rap is life. What's going on, people? We got She Happens versus Jada Nightwing. Jada Nightwing versus She Happens. I had to get a review out, y'all. I checked out the battle yesterday. Out the rip. I'm gonna say this. Instant classic. A lot of times, because we judge battles over here, so anytime they if they over 8 in each round they got 8 plus. That's an instant classic. Now, of course, you got to see it again. A lot of times, classics you gotta they overtime. So if it end up a little bit later, if I rewatch it and it's like 8.2s in at least 4 of the rounds, or two of the rounds, then I would give it a classic battle from both of them. So salute to Jay, salute to She Happens for giving us a fire battle. First round, I'm just going to overall feel of the battle. First, we're going to give out the scores. If I'm not mistaken, my scores in the first was Jay. I gave him an 8.81-ish. I gave She Happens a smooth 8. Super close, super debatable. Edge Jay, because his delivery was a little bit more clean. A lot of the attributes was vice versa. So She Happens had the performance aspect, even though Jay definitely did his thing with performance. Jay the Nightwing was a little bit more intricate, and I like his delivery was more on point. They both was rapping at a high level. I probably prefer Jay's rap flow-wise a little bit more, but I think it was around even. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about in terms of the flow, in terms of the rap. You understand? Okay, round 2, I gave Jay a 8.2. No, 8.12-ish, even better. The first round, he started off a little bit slow, but that's just kind of his style. But this round, he was a little bit more on him, like right out the gate with it. So that added him more points, because the way we judge the battles, if you take too long to get to your intro, you could be punching a lot, but the other aspects of the game is not being added to your score, if that makes sense, like the flow and the flow. You get the flow, especially if you're not going in any pockets. I'm not taking nothing off, but I just can't give you extra. And he was flowing definitely a little bit better in the second, or more, not even better. It was just more. So I gave him an 8.12, which I didn't want to over exaggerate and give him an 8.2. Y'all know it's hard for me to give them guys 8.2s, man. She Happens comes through. Another 8, y'all. 8, I think 1 is, I like his round a little bit better than his first round. And the thing about these rounds, y'all, that I had to tell y'all about this. The writing from She Happens and Jay was on point the first 2 rounds from both. It's almost like they wrote together, y'all. No lie, like allegedly. But it was so perfect. It's like they was talking about almost the exact same things. It made you feel like they was writing together. I really don't want to put that stigma on Jay the Nightwing, because I never really heard him like rehearsing, or he ain't really had no allegations. But since he battling She Happens and he's Mr. Rehearsal, you have to kind of look at it, especially when it's that perfect, especially when the narrative being painted and the rounds fit perfect towards each other. Y'all see when it dropped. And if y'all haven't, I got the audio on my last video. So check that out. But it was so perfect. It was just too perfect. So it was like, I don't know. But other than that, I don't know. Like I said, if it was rehearsed, then I can see why it was so perfect. But if it wasn't rehearsed, then that was just one of the best counter writings I heard. I ain't gonna lie. It's like they knew exactly what each other was gonna talk about. So the material-wise, how straightforward they was to each other, adding with the bars and intricacy of the material, They both was around even. It's more like preference, I think, because they both was definitely going crazy material-wise, bar for bar-wise. But third round. So I edged the second to Jay Nightwing too. Third round, She Happens got that round. That was his best round for me. I like what he was doing a lot. He was still playing on the narrative, but he was going back and forth into talking about himself, how he gonna give it one more year, just talking about himself for like, I wanna say half and half, maybe like 60-40. 60-40 talking about Jay, 40% about himself. Jay the Nightwing went first though. Jay was talking about himself pretty much the whole time. Unless I missed something. I know he tried to tie it in towards the end. To make it seem kind of direct, but the bars weren't really towards him. Even though his round was still fire, I still gave him the 8. I still gave him the 8 or 7.98. It's right there at an 8, if not the 8, because of the flow and every other aspect he was doing. Dang, this he'll be killing me. The other aspects that he be doing. So I got it 2-1 on the first watch. Jay the Nightwing, She Happens, salute to you. One of the best battles I've seen. Keep doing your thing. If you rehearsing, just to throw this out here allegedly, just don't do it. Let's see, can you do it without rehearsing? That's if you're doing it. But I know you're gonna get so much feedback on this. If you was rehearsing, you're gonna definitely rehearse more, because it was like, it's making you seem like you almost a genius out there when it comes to counter writing. I ain't gonna sit here and hold you. Salute to Jay, man. It's been a minute, Jay. Keep doing your thing. Give Jay another plate. Give Sheet another plate. Salute to the gang. Y'all let me know in the comments who y'all had winning this battle. Battle Rappers Life, we see everything. Y'all stay on your A game, man. Holla at me.